Hi, and welcome to a cold and chilly Week 9 here in West Tennessee. Thanks for tuning in to this week's Extra Crunch. Got some really good games going on around West Tennessee. We started out with Jackson Christian hosting McNairy Central. We headed up the road as South Gibson was headed to Northside. And for the nightcap, Southside and JCM. Check it out. It was the first ever meeting between the two schools as McNairy Central headed to Jackson Christian Friday night, both teams needing a win to secure a playoff spot. Both the Eagles and the Bobcats come in with two of the most complete backfields in West Tennessee, and it was evident Friday night. McNairy Central struck first, but Jackson Christian would come back to tie it up in the first quarter. At the half, it was McNairy Central leading Jackson Christian 14-7. McNairy Central did a better job of making adjustments in the locker room during the half. The Bobcats came out in the second half and outscored the Eagles 21-12. McNairy Central will improve to 3-6 while Jackson Christian falls to 3-6. Your final from Jackson Christian 35-19, McNairy Central over the Eagles. Both teams look to pick up that elusive fourth win next week as Jackson Christian heads to Adamsville while McNairy Central hosts Chester County. Two more West Tennessee teams are meeting for the first time Friday night as South Gibson heads to Northside. Both the Hornets and the Indians rely heavily on their ground game, and Friday night was no different as South Gibson struck first on a long play from South Gibson senior Chris Calderon. The Indians went into the locker room trailing 14-6, but made the critical adjustments and came back as a thriller in Northside. Your final was Northside over South Gibson 28-24. With the win, Northside improves to 7-2 overall, and the Hornets of South Gibson fall to 4-5. Inner city rivals Southside and JCM met Friday night at Lane Field, both needing a win to keep playoff hopes alive. The Cougars mounted a good scoring drive late in the first half, but were unable to capitalize as quarterback Reginald Percival's pass fell as time expired into the hands of the Southside defender. Both Southside and JCM found the end zone in the third quarter, and both teams elected to go for the two-point conversion rather than the traditional point-after attempt. After three, Southside and JCM were knotted up at 8 apiece. The Cougar offense exploded in the fourth quarter, though, outscoring the Hawks 31-7. They take it. Their final is JCM 39, Southside 15. The Cougars improved to 4-5 on the season, while with the loss, the Hawks dropped to 2-7, virtually eliminating themselves from the playoffs. Just about everything from the area is final. Gonna break down some scores for you that we've got in. USJ traveled to Chester County, knocked them off by a touchdown. 34-27 is your final there. The big matchup of the night, the two unbeatens, and it was all ECS. They jumped out early to a 28-13 lead. Your final, ECS 56, TCA 20. So TCA now 8-1 on the season. Crockett County hosting Lexington, and it was Crockett County taking that one 35-14 over the Tigers. Close one in Milan. Milan really needed the win to keep their playoff hopes alive, but Huntington came out in overtime with a 21-20 win over the Bulldogs. Hardin County hosting Bolivar, and it was all Hardin County. 58-27 is your final there. Middleton knocks off Rossville Christian 32-27. It was all Union City over Trenton Peabody. 28-7 was your final there. Good one over in Halls, as Craig Thomas will cover that. Check out his article. It should be up fairly soon. Halls knocks off Humboldt 12-7, your final there. Greenfield knocked off Gibson County 41-6. It was Scotts Hill over Gleason 27-6. Brewston all over Houston County 49-14. Good scoring battle as Camden headed to Stewart County and knocked them off 63-32. And the last final is Dyersburg over Ripley 42-6. Thanks for tuning in this week to Extra Crunch. We got week 10 coming up, a lot of big games coming up next week. But in the meantime, check out jacksonsun.com. We'll have all your games coming up immediately, and also pick us up in print tomorrow. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next week.